Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bring It On. Let's return to the ship and speak to Abelard. And then before we head to Footfall, I want to try and knock out a few rumors.
Lord Captain, allow me to express my gratitude once again for your assistance. If it weren't for your intervention, my entire family could have been executed on false charges. I could have lost them all. I never imagined the Viserians would be so vulnerable while I serve as seneschal to the Lord Captain himself, far from home.
Abelard shakes his head in shock.
But such is my duty to the Rogue Trader, to keep tireless watch at the Lord Captain's side, to serve as a support in the darkest of times, for you and for me. I will not step down from my role, no matter what happens. Do not doubt me. The Viserian family will learn from what has happened, and if our blood is worth anything, we'll be ready to face new trials without my guiding hand.
Abelard straightens and looks you in the eye with grim conviction. Option 2, because only in death does duty end. I need you here, Seneschal Viserion. Your steady shoulder is all I have to lean on, without fear of treason.
Thank you for your high trust in me, Lord Captain. I will continue to live up to it. Well then, Lord Captain, it is time I return to my duties. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, get out of here. No.
Lord Captain.
We'll wrap that up and take a look at our rumors and contracts. Oh, we have a lot. A Star Devourer. A gargantuan explorer mass transport is returning from a long expedition. Its star hunting is taking longer than expected, and it is in desperate need of provisions, water, and air. The captain is willing to show generosity. The ship's holds are brimming with plasma batteries. So for 7 provisions, we get 5 promethium. Not sure that that's worth it. I feel like provisions are more rare than promethium. Emperor's Chains. Even a creation as monumental as the God Emperor statue on Footfall requires regular maintenance. The station is willing to pay with thousands of mercenaries in exchange for a new set of chains to bind the asteroids to the statue. So for 7 plasteel, we get 5 people. See, I prefer if contracts like this would also give us reputation with the Drushians or somebody. Though this is a worthwhile trade, I find that people are rarer than plasteel. You can see that down here. Heirs. The powerful governor of the orbital palace station of the Weta Weta has been sentenced to death by Lord Inquisitor Calcazar. Now is a good time to send agents to his domain to partake in dividing the late governor's fortunes, such as his phlogiston mines on the planet Kirin. I don't think this is worth it. Well, phlogiston's pretty rare. Maybe it is. So for 3 profit factor, we get 3 phlogiston. Pyramids of Death. A gang of daredevils is looking for a sponsor for their suicidal foray into the jungles of the world Paranthos, and the ancient Xenos pyramid located there. Should any of them survive and return the spoils, it'll be well worth the investment. Yeah, 3 profit factor for 3 Xenotech is worth it. Xenotech is pretty rare. Mech Sages. The Imperial Navy has tried to conscript the Fellowship of the Mech Sages on Larchine, renowned creators of airborne machines by force. The brave technomats have decided to fight back, and now they require armor for their flying constructs. The 5 adamantine for 7 mechanisms. It's kind of a neutral trade. Disreputable Dealer. A once fearsome pirate captain known as Void Shark Iofim has decided to leave his old craft behind and try his hand at the calmer and more refined coal trade. He's willing to purchase his first shipment of forbidden goods by trading in the weapons from his infamous raider. The 3 Xenotech for 5 weapons. Rebels. A group of rebels from the Void City Hephaestus 9 is looking for someone who could supply them with deadly chemicals to perpetrate an attack against the station's satrap. Should their request be satisfied, it will soon be time to send crews of void cutters to the station to salvage what remains of the metal husk. 7 chemicals for 12 plasteel, I don't think that's worth it. These chemicals are much rarer than plasteel. Conqueror. A brave merchant ruined by his competitors intends to attack Curlay, a flourishing world rich with fish and inhabited by a primitive people. The merchant intends to reward whoever provides assistance with this expedition with a share of the spoils. 5 weapons for 7 provisions. Which makes up for this contract. And rumors. We have quite a few. Let's look at these again. So I feel like we had to have knocked this one out. This was one of the early systems we explored. And this one should be done too. We went to Kappa Gamma and dealt with the catastrophe. Yeah, so it looks like not all the rumors clear out after you complete them. We did this one too. And both of these are the same rumor. Oh yeah, I wonder if that one planet... Wasn't there an ice planet we had to revisit? Oh yeah, and I suspected this is tied to Incendia Chorta somehow. Because she had the side effects of being frozen in a cryotube, or cryovault. Alright, Tevantius' masterpiece. The homunculus Tevantius has lost all interest in his former work, and become obsessed with completing some unknown masterpiece as swiftly as possible. There's no doubt that this sinister and corrupted creation will bring great woe to humanity, and so it is imperative that the homunculus' handiwork is found and destroyed without delay. But we don't have a lead on that yet. The homunculus' prism. The ship's finest minds spent many watches trying to understand the purpose of the bizarre prism found in Komora. The researchers were lucky to activate the object only once. Unfurling in an array of petals, the prism reproduced the holographic image and coordinates of an ice planet and Langrid's belt, before snapping shut once more. Okay, I assume that one's tied to this one. Fall of Santiel's Pride. Santiel's Pride, a world that is part of House Chorta's domain, was attacked by the vicious Drukhari. Soon after word of the raid was sent, the system went silent. Not a single ship has come from it since. That's a planet, not a system. Gotta find which system that's in. Siege of Euphrates II. Euphrates II, a sacred planet of the Adeptus Mechanicus, is in peril. The cult of the Final Dawn has taken over this world, and seeks to seize control of its forges. The Explorer Cognizant's fleet has recalled its ships to protect its domain, and Lord Inquisitor Calcazar sent his own forces to assist. But to find where Euphrates II is located. One-way road. There has been an unsuccessful attempt to restore an abandoned colony in the Mundus Nullius. The colonist ships went dark shortly after its arrival in the system. The vessel's fate could be worth investigating. Elusive Plunderers. A band of vicious pirates have been plundering cargo ships throughout the expanse with impunity for centuries. Not even the illustrious Theodora von Valancius was able to bring the scoundrels to justice, but they successfully avoided a deadly encounter with her. Excuse me. However, the rogue trader now has a chance to put an end to their brigandage. The ships of the troublesome gang have been spotted in Langren's Belt, led by their flagship, the Elusive Contempt. Unidentified Anomaly. Ships in the Cronus Expanse are reporting an unidentified space anomaly in the Narmer 4 system. All that is known about this phenomenon is that space itself becomes warped and unstable around it, and any ship that approaches the anomaly zone disappears without a trace. Forewarning. Several ships have vanished in the Litoribum Maledicta. Astropaths from across the expanse are broadcasting alarming warnings to each other about an unknown threat in the region. Visions in the dark. Echoes of dark songs and legends have reached the astropathic choir, following a series of indistinct distress signals emanating from every corner of the expanse. The last of these signals was traced to a void ship in the Omicron system. I believe that's to the south, close to Footfall. I don't recall where this is located. Warhammer 4 might be to the north. Langren's Belt has a ton of rumors in it. We had the one in Act 2 about the missing cargo. In fact, I think we still have that rumor up here. Yeah, dumped cargo. Okay, a rare find. Invictus has reported that a Pirate Vox cast was intercepted recently. Apparently, one of the planets in the Cradle of Kepri holds something quite valuable. So that's to the southeast. And that little section of 3 systems that are separate from the rest of them. Oversized asteroid. The Vox Masters reported that an abnormally large asteroid the size of a small planet was spotted in the system of Soto's tomb. The asteroid may hold rich deposits of valuable resources. I'm pretty sure that's the first system we explored outside of Footfall. Emperor's Miracle and the Cineris Maleficum. According to pilgrims in Footfall, one world near a cold star in the Cineris Maleficum reached such spiritual heights that the Emperor raised up all its people to join him in his halls. And Donald von Valancius assumes the mantle. The Magna Accessio ceremony is taking place on Dargonis. The name Donald von Valancius is spreading across the Cronus expanse in a resounding echo. Actually, before I do this... Well, shoot. I was going to see if I had anything to trade, but I'm pretty sure I didn't pick up any loot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was no loot in the palace this past time. But we'll check real quick. We do have a couple notes we shouldn't need. But we can't add them to the cargo, so never mind. Alright, Drusus Prime Pattern Shotgun. I'll use shotguns, so I'm going to just get rid of that. Okay, there's a rumor here. Here, and also here. There's a rumor there. And here. Let's start with this one because the path is safe. And this was the one with the Astropathic Choir sending out a warning, if I recall correctly. A chest with legs. Luggage, is that you? Ajay is briskly counting the treasures that have suddenly appeared in your chambers. Shireen, I decided that it is only right to return all of this to you. No matter how lovely and valuable a gift may be, it becomes a millstone around the heart when it is obtained by deceitful means. I thought the safest thing would be to bring them all here. If I had handed them to Danrock, it would have been a monstrous temptation, and your avaricious factotum does not strike me as someone who is good at resisting temptation. What? Are these my gifts? Yes, Shireen. Tokens of your interest that you lavished upon me as generously as the sun lavishes its light and heat. I do not recall giving you quite so many gifts. I think you must have given some of these to yourself. It's possible I availed myself of certain privileges granted by my status as a favorite of the rogue trader. It is impossible to hold a spoonful of honey in one's mouth and not taste it. There is no need for this. On the contrary, Shireen, decency dictates that I do this. Jai speaks with vehemence, almost desperation, like a column of foot soldiers storming a fort. I refuse to close my eyes to what's right in front of me, Donald. I am not the one for you. Rogue traders do not keep no-name commoners by their side. This mismatch will diminish you as long as it continues, and when it ends, I will be the one diminished. Jutting out her chin, Jai exudes the cold detachment of someone who has already decided everything for herself, and who is not troubled by the slightest doubt. I see a different future for us. We do not need to end things. The cold mask falls from Jai's face, revealing what lies beneath. A tortured expression and tears rolling down her tawny cheeks. And how long will we be able to keep playing the simpleton and the rogue trader? You have a protectorate full of women just like me. Before, I was able to make myself stand out from the crowd, but now with every passing day, in your eyes, I'll just become more ordinary, more trivial. I'm like a performer whose props for his tricks have come tumbling out of his sleeves. I need to get off the stage before the crowd start throwing stones and rotten food. I don't want to have my heart broken by you. I don't think she'd like begging. Option 3 seems the most appropriate. I haven't always been the rogue trader either, but that's who you see in me. You become who you pretend to be. Let's pretend together. A crooked smile appears on Jai's face. Two swindlers leading everyone else on a merry dance. The princess of the cold trade and the rogue trader. It's like something out of a mawkish story for girls on the cusp of womanhood. I must confess a peccadillo of mine. I love those kinds of stories. Jai helplessly throws up her hands. You win, Donald. I can't resist your charms. I'll drink the cup of our passion to the very bottom, no matter how bitter that dregs in the last swallow. I am yours. Where is she? There she is.
You are spoiling. Oh.
It is so hard to find people in all this hubbub. All these darn missionaries on deck. So I think the Hulk is new. Let's double check that rumor real quick. Okay, so according to this image, it could be any one of these three systems, but I'm pretty sure this Hulk is new. A strange vessel enveloped in a pale orchid mist sails past the stained glass windows of the captain's bridge. A familiar coat of arms appears on its thoroughly dented, ragged hull. The House von Valancia's coat of arms. The Augur crew reports that this is the Lightseeker, an expedition void ship tasked with exploring the planets of Corona's expanse. This vessel disappeared without a trace over 600 years ago. The telemetry shows that the decks are empty and devoid of life with no crew detected. The sight of the ancient void ship causes a throbbing headache and inexplicable disgust. Where did it vanish for all those centuries, and how did it end up here? The worried whispers of the crew are silenced by an urgent alert. The ship is rapidly changing course. While closely watching the Lightseeker's maneuvers, your seneschal becomes certain. The vessel is preparing to attack. Abelard has heard a lot about bountiful worlds discovered by the void ship's crew, but he doubts the same brave voidsmen are at the helm now. Whatever dark powers are controlling the vessel, one thing is clear: it's a threat. The rogue trader needs to engage the unknown enemy and recapture the property of the Von Valancius dynasty. The Voxmaster reports that the elders of her clan told her tales about the Lightseeker. This legendary void ship has discovered plenty of bountiful worlds where the most profitable extractiums were later installed. This vessel brought countless riches to the Von Valancius Protectorate in the past, but its sudden reappearance after 600 years of oblivion seems wrong and dangerous. The High Factotum Janarus Danrock confirms that the Lightseeker is still part of the House Von Valancius fleet. In other circumstances, the Factotum would have insisted on reclaiming the property of the Protectorate, but who knows what had happened to the vessel during the centuries it was lost. The dark powers of the cosmos, or even warp itself, could have corrupted the void ship. Ulfar is adamant that any void ship that has spent the past 6 centuries beyond the Veil is corrupted beyond salvation. He says it must be destroyed at once. He might change his tune if he knew what happened to the 13th Company of the Space Wolves that followed Leman Russ into the warp. But those are secrets for another time. Yeah, we'll take the advice of most of our advisors. I think Abelard's the only one that said we should reclaim it. So don't let the Lightseeker attack first. Take up an advantageous position and engage.
Keep up the pressure! Lance batteries, volley! Fire at will. Engage the engines. Helmsman, take us in.
So it has pyrokinetic madness. Implants maddening thoughts into the weak-willed members of the enemy crew, making them start fires aboard their own ships. And Warp Rift. Void ship opens a short-lasting warp portal, which damages targets not aligned with chaos. Watch out.
Macro cannons, open fire! All hands, prepare for acceleration. With the force of a supernova.
Easy peasy. that path, and then we can go to Warhammer 4 next. I've seen this before. Let's go stretch our legs. It's been a couple episodes since we had a good fight.
I always throw back a
Must have been a while since we've had this
power
fight.
of humanity.
Your Emperor won't save you!
On it.
I will do my duty.
Oh, that's right, more spawn behind us.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands.
Kinda lame I can't fill this entire lower area with flame, but... since I can't, let's do Firearm Mastery here instead.
His will made manifest.
I feel like... oh! Had it for a second. There we go.
Faith without deeds is weak. Strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
Oh yeah, I should put this down.
How about no? Tell me, and it is done. I can do that, with the right incentive.
Guided by faith. Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
I don't know if I can hit this guy around the corner. I can always dash. I think that's the last one on this side.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
evil.
Follow my lead. Just a minor setback. Reduced to dust. It will be done. At your beck and call.
Is that my blood?
Focus, Van Kellogg's. Focus. Someone's death wish is mine to grant.
Alright. And yeah, this last guy. Easy peasy.
Naturally.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
So, it seems like whenever you right-click and say always add to the cargo zone, if you hit collect all here, it puts it in your inventory, then it cancels out this. That's why I always manually drag them over after I select always add to the cargo zone. Then it keeps that option checked. Back to the bridge. We'll wrap it up here. Next time we'll continue pursuing rumors. And slowly make our way towards Footfall, where we have a main quest and Jai's quest. I'm guessing as we explore we'll also get our other companion quests. Ulfar's may not proc until after we speak to Calcazar, since his seems tied to Calcazar's. But we'll deal with that as it comes. For now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.